Good morning, everybody. Happy new month. September is a month of success. And let's go straight to the point. Liverpool played yesterday with Arsenal, and the match ended in favor of Liverpool. So what do you have to say about Arsenal performance and Liverpool performance?
Well, it was a very good game. Once again, happy new month. Coming off a weekend, very, very interesting weekend. Liverpool knew that in this game they needed a victory. And they came with a winning mentality. Firstly, from my own perspective, when the game started, I saw the formation. They played their usual 4-2-1-3. They played Banter, Konate, then they played Kemas, and they played Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai is a midfielder, but because Frimpong was injured, so they have to deploy Szoboszlai to play from the right back. But guess what? Because Szoboszlai is a very experienced player, and this is the same pattern that George Klopp was using Arnold. Most times he uses Arnold as a right fullback, but because Arnold is more better making use of the ball, so he allowed Arnold to drag into the midfield because Arnold has a long kick. He can kick from the midfield to the attack. So when they are playing, they allow Arnold to come inside so that he can be able to throw those attacking long balls. So the same thing they apply with Szoboszlai, and he did that job perfectly well because from that defense line, he's a very good marker as well because he's a midfielder also. He knows how to cover the ground. Then that midfielder's IQ, he applied it in that right wing back because he did not allow Martinelli to make use of that flank very, very well. So when they're having the ball, he comes inside to join McAllister and to join Gravenberch in that midfield to make use of those balls. Then immediately they lose the ball, he dashed back to the side. So he had a fantastic game. Then from that midfield, McAllister did not really come to the party. In that game, he was a bit shaky, in that game. That was why he was pulled off in the second half. But Gravenberch did a very good job. But Liverpool, they were very, very I used to say I've not been too satisfied with Van Dijk defense, but today in that over the weekend, yes, in that game he did well. Why? Because he knew that Gyökeres is very fast and Gyökeres is good, so he did not take that game lightly like the way he usually take other game. Because I've been complaining about Van Dijk because Van Dijk always show that lackadaisical attitude, like he does not really care much. He feel like he's too good at most times he just leave the back and go front easily. But in this game he was able to stay, and you could see Konate. Konate was rock solid in that defense line. He threw his body to every attacking ball from Arsenal, and that was very, very fantastic. He did amazingly well. He did well in that game. In fact, for me, Szoboszlai was the man of the match.
What about his free kick?
Fantastic free kick. He kicked that ball the way Ronaldo usually kicked his ball. He did not just shoot the ball anyhow. He knew where he wanted to play to place that ball to, and the way he kicked the ball. When you kick ball in that manner, there's every possibility that ball will go in that direction.
Do you think Saliba's injury affected Arsenal's loss?
It didn't affect their loss because they brought in Masquerade, the new signing, which that guy also did well in that kind of game, coming on in that kind of tempo. You understand? It was a good game. It was not as if Liverpool just overrun them like that also. No, the goal that they scored was from free kick. So I didn't really feel any this. But Arsenal always have that pattern of scoring from free kick. Maybe they always have a game plan before that match, and that game plan, one of those game plans are usually those their area threat. But in this game, Liverpool were equal to the task. Liverpool, don't forget that Liverpool are the defending champion of this EPL. So man-to-man marking, even in that area, but Van Dijk is there, Konate was there, Szoboszlai was there. In the midfield, they have tall men. Gravenberch is also tall. Gakpo is also. Anytime they want to play that corner kick, most of those men come into that 18, and they have a very good goalkeeper in Alisson that is very, very calculative also. So Arsenal could not use that. They could not use that pattern they used for Man U. Maybe they forgot it was Liverpool. They thought it was Man U. So the thing did not really work for them. But one of the things that affected Arsenal was because Arsenal midfield, they started with Declan Rice, then they played the Merino, and they played this other Zubimendi in the midfield. And these three players are more of a defensive midfielder. They are more of a holding midfielder. So there was no really flair in that midfield. So they were just compacting Liverpool's attack. They were trying to hold on to Liverpool's play. So Liverpool was doing the playing, they were doing the marking. But after marking, nobody like Odegaard, then Eze, who came into the second half, did really well within the minute he played. So because Arsenal did not play with Odegaard, I don't really know the formation or why they kept Odegaard on the bench. Maybe they were trying to come up with something. But I think that really worked for them in the first half because they tried to compact Liverpool. They know that Liverpool have a very good midfielder because all those their players are very, very fantastic players in that midfield. So, but it was when they brought in Odegaard in the second half, that was when they begin to have some attacking threat. Madueke, no for me, because all the chances Madueke saw in that game, had it been Arsenal, Saka was there, maybe we'll have buried one of those chances, and that is still showing the reason why Chelsea have to offload him.
I need to ask you, what about what's his name again? This guy like Eze Akemi. Are you sure that Arsenal's philosophy is not affecting Eze in his present game and in his debut that he played?
No, for that,
unlike the way he was played for Crystal Palace.
No, this is just his first game. And the first game, I think he played maybe 10-15 minutes. And within that 10-15 minutes, we all saw what he did, at least for now. So I can't really say Eze is bad or Eze will not do, but I believe Eze will bring something positive to that Arsenal team. See, one thing you must know about football, when you are changing environment, when we are changing cross side, the atmosphere can never be the same like it used to be. Eze have been used to Crystal Palace. The environment, when you are in your palace, when you are in your house, in your palace, you come out, you can easily do anything. But when you go to another place, or you just moved in from a different apartment to a new apartment, it will gradually take you time to begin to adapt. So Eze coming into that game, this is a highly tempoed game. Even in Crystal Palace, if Eze coming in that second half or so, maybe he wouldn't have done anything as well. But coming to the Arsenal, this is first game, a lot of pressure, the atmosphere, and Arsenal was playing now. So I didn't expect much from Eze. So maybe probably from the next game, if they start him, therefore that is when we can begin to judge Eze. Then from the goalkeeper side, there's no way you can compare Alisson to Raya. Raya is a good goalkeeper. Very good goalkeeper, no doubt. But Alisson is more experienced than Raya. Alisson is far better than Raya in terms of every department. Coordination. The way Alisson talks, the way Alisson makes use of the ball. Alisson is like a footballer on the pitch. Alisson is an 11th player for Liverpool on the pitch. So he's a centre back. In fact, I see Alisson as a centre back because if you watch Liverpool game most of the time, he's the one that talks more. He's the one that controls from that defense line. So Alisson is far better in terms of coordination. And I think today, in that game, Alisson spoke to Van Dijk, and I really believe that Alisson did a good job in that game. That was why Liverpool did not concede. Konate in that Liverpool defense is the most important person because Konate does not play sexy football there. Konate does not allow the striker
doesn't romance with the ball.
He doesn't romance with the ball. Van Dijk is good. Van Dijk uses experience and area ball, and then maybe when it's come to one-on-one or maybe those big games, if you see Van Dijk in those big games, that is where it normally can go. Most of the games, you have to check all the matches in the league. Any match that Konate is playing, Konate is the one that usually do the dirty job in that Liverpool defense. And you could see what he did yesterday. You know how many goals Konate blocked?